My name is Bogue, and I'm a representative for United Airlines, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about a truly terrible incident that occurred on one of our flights. I'm sure that you guys are aware of what happened, given the video that's been circulating. I am ashamed to say that a passenger was treated truly terribly on one of our flights, and it resulted in him being injured. It is a disgrace to our company and all of our loyal customers. The incident occurred on a flight on Saturday, flight 3411. It was the express flight from Chicago to Louisville. A passenger was forcibly removed from the flight to accommodate overbooking due to a flight crew needing to, one of our United Flight air crews needing to get to a destination the next day. The situation was handled horribly. There is no excuse for the treatment that the passenger suffered. On that flight, 4 passengers were asked to voluntarily give up their seats to accommodate the flight crew. Of those 4, 1 declined. His decision to decline was understandable, and our resulting action because of that was the terrible part. After the passenger declined to give up his seat, which was an understandable decision, law enforcement got involved, and the passenger was forcibly removed from the flight. The removal of the flight resulted in him being injured. The use of force was excessive, to say the very least. We deeply regret the incident that occurred, and we do value our customers, and we want to make sure that going forward they feel safe and taken care of on our flights. This deeply regrettable incident prompted us to look at our policies and make some changes. I do first want to say that we do not take what happened lightly. We feel terrible for the physical and emotional damage that this caused to the passenger. We will be reaching out to him individually to try and rectify this as best as we can. I assure you, no one else is as concerned about how this was even able to happen in the first place as we are. I want to express my sincerest apologies and regret to the passenger that was injured, all of the passengers on that flight, and anyone else who has been affected by this issue. We will be offering full reimbursements to every passenger on that flight. Despite our sincerest regrets, we also know that we need to be held accountable for what happened. As you may have read in the New York Times, the Senate's Commerce Commission has asked for materials to make their own inquiry. We intend to offer our full cooperation for anything that they could possibly need. This incident will be looked at from an internal perspective by us and also externally by lawmakers. We do have a current policy that allows us to bump passengers to accommodate our flight crews or for an overbooked flight. There are a lot of factors contributing to who gets selected to get bumped, so we will be looking at those criteria. We will also be looking at how we incentivize passengers to voluntarily give up their seats to make sure that they are fairly compensated. As you may have learned from CNN, it is up to individual airlines to set their policies when it comes to overbooking, so we will be looking at ours and making changes to make sure that it best serves our customers going forward. We are looking at this incident itself, but we are also looking at preventative measures so this never happens again. According to CNN, 46,000 people were involuntarily removed from flights in 2015. We want to diminish our impact on that number. There will still be times when we ask passengers to leave a flight to give up their seat, but we will no longer be removing passengers once they are already seated. In our original policy, disabled people, unaccompanied minors, and families traveling together have been the last to be bumped. That will remain in our policy. We will no longer be using law enforcement unless the situation is dealing with an issue of safety and security. We will be altering and improving our training programs for our flight crews so that they are more equipped to handle difficult situations. Our policies are still under review, and these are just some changes that we have made thus far. Having explained some of our policy changes, let me conclude. I want to reiterate our sincerest regrets for the incident that occurred, and we are still investigating what happened, and we are making changes to our policies to make sure it doesn't happen again. This incident and the harm it caused cannot be undone, but we can make sure that it does not happen again in the future. Thank you.